Greetings, everyone. Not sure how much we're going to get done today. We're at Tier 3. Still in the top 10% on this account. Main job took a lot longer today than expected. I figured I'd be here at least 2 hours ago. So I've only got maybe an hour of game time. So we'll see how it all looks. Said it in earlier streams. The top 10% I'm not worried about. I pushed it that far because I want to make sure that I want decals. I want the decals from this event. And you have to be in the top 75 of participants by the 5th of December. So we'll receive them by the 5th of December. I believe this is going to finish up on the 2nd or I believe the 2nd. So, or when they hit Tier 5, one or the other, whichever comes first. So therefore, we are going to have to get a couple things checked out. Hold on. And I know the videos of My Ugly Mug is not up right now. I've got it turned off because I'm going to need to do some snacking while we're at it. I literally got in the door less than 15 minutes ago. So we're good there. We're in Perutas. So I'm not really concerned about doing anything else on this account. So I'm going to pause it for a minute while I switch accounts out. And it takes a little bit. I've got to completely close one to be able to open up the other. Because I can't have two of those running at the same time. Actually, I want to try something. If that goes down, and I put that back up. Yeah, I can only have one operational at a time. I didn't think there was a way to minimize it and keep it going, so... Well, keep the launcher going. Only one launcher can be active on a screen at a time. On a computer at any given time. So it takes a little while to switch out. Okay, my bad. I forgot I had the mute on. Um, so if you missed it last night, uh, at the end of my stream, I was running rank up missions for the Empire. We have 2 levels left to go to get to the cutter. Um, we made elite last night. Uh, I know several people that really enjoy flying the Type 9. I don't like it. So I am going to multi-stream. Forgot to get that moved over too. Uh I want the cutter. That's a really good ship to do for a lot of stuff for a large ship, mining, everything. The only thing that really beats it is long distance jumping, and that's the Anaconda that I can think of right now. So, um, if we sell the Type 9, we will have enough, especially if we continue doing some more mission loops. Um, we are top 10%. We still have 2 days, 1 hour, 53 minutes. So, therefore, I want to get my big thing is I want the decals. So, I need to stay in the top 75 at the minimum. Um, and like today, where my work messed up my game plans, I expected to be here 2 hours ago starting this up. So if it goes on tomorrow, an hour is not a whole lot of time to do a bunch of those missions. I want to keep myself a buffer. That's why I pushed it to the top 10%, just to make sure I had enough in case I wasn't able to do it a day. So we're definitely still good for that. So what my plan is, I'm going to go ahead and do some rep missions. We are in my courier. It's the first ship you can get while you're leveling up the Empire. Personally, I think the um, courier and the cutter are the only 2 worth getting. The Clipper, I don't think's worth the money. Just a personal opinion. Alright, so we'll get that one too. And we're going to go and get as much as we can from the faction people first. This one we'll finish up and fill up our log if we can. And we're not going to fill it up. No big deal. Because we're going for rep, we'll be doing reputation on pretty much with everything. I'm not worried about the engineering mats. I can do other. I have higher level ones I can swap around. I am going to be doing a maybe later in the week, or possibly this weekend. I'm going to go and do some material gathering for engineering. So when I get that cutter this weekend and I go to get it all engineered up and all set up, I'll have all the materials needed. So we've got all the missions that they have for the datas. When you're doing these, I strongly suggest bookmarking your stations that you're running between. It just speeds it up. And I'll get back to you when we get to the other station. How's it going there, Moon? You doing okay today? Got in less than 15 minutes ago, so I quickly inhaled something to eat. Only going to spend about an hour in game. So I'm just doing something I can back out of pretty darn quick, which is the data rep missions. You're still at that, huh? I chatted to you what? Oh, let's take a look here. Once we get out of the star, and we check this, time bonuses and delivery bonuses. Let's see, we were chatting. That's at about 2. About 2:30ish is when we were chatting. Um, and it's, yeah, you've been going at it for about 6 hours getting those engineering mats up. Huh? I hope you took a break. And you didn't just completely game out like I do all the time. Yeah, goofing off and collecting the mats at the same time. Been there, done that. I'm still in the top 10% on both accounts if you missed that part of the stream. So I have a feeling I'll check again tomorrow. I think I'll be good. I don't think I'm going to drop below 75. Depending on how well work runs. If, like I said, no wrenches are thrown in the works tomorrow, I should be easily streaming by 6 p.m. Pacific time. Um, and if that's the case, I think I'm going to be doing what you're doing. Did you find your way to Dav's Hope and Jameson's crash site? And it takes him a little while sometimes to answer if you're following the chat, because he's having to tab out to type it in. He's in game himself. Okay, good. I kept taking too long to glance over at the screen when you sent the message, so I wasn't sure if it was actually posting in game. Okay. Yeah, I used to play with the guy all the time when I was playing and hanging out on Down to Earth Astronomy's Discord. His game plan, um, and he'd been working on it for a long time. He had every uh, raw material, encoded data material, every one of them was maxed. And it took him a long time to get that done. As you could probably figure with how much time it's taken you to get that stuff going. Now, when I land doing data missions or doing trade missions, things like that, I always lower myself down before going in. Once you get the flow of how things go, that will cause your total time on base to go down. It will speed everything up dramatically. Um, if you are um, doing that and some other stuff. Now, do you know about the keybinds to change in the options menu? About selecting next target in your route and also the uh, Super Cruise button? While I'm docked at a station, I'll wait for that one. Because if you don't, I'll walk you through what I'm talking about. There are two keybinds that I don't know why the game doesn't already have them in. They're a necessity. And they come blank. Yes, Moon. Do you have that? Those two, did we go through that last night? I forgot. It's been a long day. Basically, a button on your keyboard so you don't have to be facing where you're wanting to jump to, or you could have a planet in between you and your jump point, and you can go into Super Cruise to go around the planet to line up to your jump point. All right, you have that stuff mapped. Good. I'm going to go ahead and throw it in for anyone that doesn't. In your options, controls, alternate flight controls. I'm sorry, not alternate. Flight miscellaneous. You have Super Cruise. I use the right control. It engages the FSD to Super Cruise. It can be used to drop out of Super Cruise also, but the main thing is you do not have to be facing the target you're going towards when it engages. Unlike frameshift drive, toggling the frameshift drive, um, so basically, according to this, you can toggle your frameshift drive on if you got another system targeted. And you're supposed to go into Super Cruise if there's no target, but if you're targeting, let's say, your planet side and you go to launch, but your target is obscured, I do not believe it'll let you go to Super Cruise. By doing that, you have to untarget, go to Super Cruise, get out of orbit, re-engage your target, and that is the next thing, which is targeting. Target next system en route. So if you're going and doing a exploration run, you're able to, while you're in the FSS where you're scanning for every system, let's say you found a Earth-like world you want to map. I don't remember what the keybind is. I think it's T for target with your icon over it. I use HOTAS, so that's what I remember is the buttons I use on my HOTAS. And you target it, you fly to it, you map it, you hit the right Alt button, and it immediately jumps you to it immediately targets the next system that was in your route that you're traveling. I didn't go and set us up on our next jump point. Too busy talking. Alright, where is it at? Over there. Now, you can start your frameshift drive all the way down here. You don't need to be centered on it until the charging is done. Once this goes, if you're not targeting, a line with the target will come up. And then your countdown. So, if you're trying to avoid somebody, let's say you got knocked out of Super Cruise and your cooldown is over, target where you want to go. You can fly any direction you want. Let's see if there's anybody after me. No, there isn't. Well, actually, there could be on this. Nope. So, if you're in FSS, I didn't honk the system. Let's say you wanted to go to that planet, one of these planets. So we target it. It's targeted. Exit out. I go over there and I go do my mapping. It's not going to work now because of it's not a system, it's a destination. But if that was the next system, it would have gone, when I hit the Alt, it would have targeted that next system. It speeds up when you're doing exploration and you only want to surface map one planet. You don't have to go into this or go into the system map and things like that to continue on. I'm showing 2 viewers, and I'm assuming, Moon, you're one of them. So hopefully the other person learned something. We got a lot of new players floating around. So if you ever have any questions and I'm streaming, feel free to ask away in the chat. Also have a Discord, !Discord. If you are watching via Twitch, it does not work on YouTube, and I don't think it works on the Facebook site either. I am not, don't quote me on it. I don't think it does. They're not completely compatible yet. They're still working behind the scenes on that stuff. At least I haven't read that they fixed it. Where are we at? 88. And we want to go a little bit further out still, so we don't get slowed down too much by the planet. But then again, that one person might be you and the other person might be my bot. So, I don't know. I know years and years ago when I was doing this a while back, the bot showed up as a viewer. Did you take the time out to check that video about East India Trading Company or something like that? They are giving away your like HN mount, HN shock mounts, and things like that. Yeah, it does, but that's what they make you do. And to mine, everything I have heard from people, it is not against the terms of service to do it. So, and it's basically a common uh, thing to do it while you're doing that route. So that there you go. That's an easy way instead of grinding out. You can buy the HN shock mounts and everything else, but a lot of those items that you do for opening those engineers up, you can only get 5, 10, 15 of them, and you need to move 50 of them. You can only buy 15 at a time, or whatever amount is. So you buy it all. You cannot buy it any more of it. It will not show up if it's in your inventory. So you have to go and deliver that, then go back to buy more, and it just adds a tremendous amount of time on several different ones of those. So we accept all missions to Manini that are career jobs, and when we get to Manini, there'll be a mixture of career jobs to Nagaland, where we are now, and Atvas. I'm not worried about the rewards, because there's a lot of the rewards will give you engineering mats. Let's see if I can find one. Well, this one does, but we're not doing that mission. But it modified embedded firmware is grade 5. That's why I run a lot of these trade missions, is because you can get high grade engineering materials from them. And that's why I do a lot of those types of missions. And you get decent payouts too. I see them bumping the pay in these also, because if you're doing, let me see if I can find a good one here. These don't have a penalty to them. None of those have penalties. So let's go here. Our next, okay, we already mapped out the next jump, so we're good to go. When I am when I'm running true to form, second I go into auto dock, I go and select my next station, and I do all this stuff as the computer's doing other things for me to speed up the transition. Not as much as if I landed myself. Generally, if you're doing your own docking and things like that, it's faster. Super Cruise is faster if you're flying yourself, not the computer, by a fairly decent amount. I'll show you here coming up to this system. If you're using Super Cruise, I think it's about 75 or 80% power is all you get. So instead of being all the way up here, you're about here. That's all Super Cruise is going to give you, where you've got that much more. It's a significant difference. Okay, time bonuses. Time bonuses are nice. And if you are watching this at a later date or anything, please like and subscribe the channel. I am trying to grow it. The more active the channel becomes, the funner I believe it will be. You won't just hear me rattling on about stuff you probably already know. Now, how far are you exiting out of the game? Are you just going to the main menu or desktop? All you have to do is main menu. Incoming enemy. I do have weapons on this ship, but not good enough to fight most of your enemies that come in after you. At least not with my flying skills. I have contemplated... Ooh, that's something I could do tonight. No, you don't have to go all the way to desktop. You can just go to main menu. That will save you some considerable amount of time. It's like a third of the time of going all the way to desktop. Alright, what is he? I really wish that you could target the guy doing this to you, and I think there might be a keybind, but I don't remember what it is. Where's it at? Behind me. Slow down because I know we're not that far away from it. I am very excited to try them. That's what I was contemplating to do. But there isn't a high-res area by me, so I need to... I would have to fly out of here, get in my Asp Explorer, run out to... oh, shoot. My only combat ship is, only ship I have set up for combat stuff is at the Fed rep grind, and there's no high... I don't think there's a combat zone over there either. Let's take a look at that. Let's see. Cios... No, there could be some combat areas. We got some ring planets, and usually ring planets give you combat. Oh, no, we're doing Cios and Sethos. Do we have... you know what? I'm going to go ahead and see if there's a combat zone out here. I just got to go and do a scan. I believe we'll bring them up. Or scan a nav beacon will do it. So Agvas, we'll take this. We'll take this because I know we have room. We'll go ahead and pick them up. When I'm doing these runs, I do not do planetary services because it takes too long. And part of what I'm doing is trying to get this rep up as quick as possible. And these data missions, when you have rep possibility, is the fastest. Getting paid, rewarded double rep. You go up pretty decent, especially at the beginning. Now that we're getting towards the end, it takes a little longer. Now, if you are low on cash, you can actually, we'll go ahead and see, the engineering mats on these data runs are only grade 1. I don't bother with them. I will do the transport ones. Actually, let's see if there is a transport run. Here in a minute. I don't remember the kind of transport runs I'm talking about being in this area. I want to say we are not all that far from the start area. Eitvas, accept that. Planetary scan jobs usually take a tremendous amount of time, and usually you have to go on planet to do them. And I'm all about the speed on these. Okay. I still haven't seen a trade mission that I want to talk about. Back one, go up. I'm going to do this. And what I want to do is fly towards it. Just go into Super Cruise. Not jump. Honk the system again. This will be one of the ringed planets. And I'm going to exit out. There you go. We have hazardous resource sites around that ring giant. I'm not taking this ship. I am not taking this ship to a hazardous. It only has two pulse lasers and a multi-cannon. The multi-cannon is engineered a little bit, but the pulse lasers are not. Um, so you got me thinking. I'm contemplating. Where is it? There it is. Delivery and time bonus. And we're at 100%. Uh, to go and test out those combat changes. Yeah. Have you done any combat in your ship yet? Or I shouldn't say in your ship. Any very much combat yet? So it depends on how careful you are on the weapon loadout I'd recommend. The nice thing about pulse lasers, especially if you don't engineer them up, is the cops don't come after you if you just nick them once. So if you're real careful about your field of fire, because the cops will occasionally, you're hammering away at a ship, if you're not right on top of it, they might fly right through your beam of fire. And then they'll yell at you for shooting them. Um, and with a fully engineered beam laser like I run on my combat ships, you will get flagged. They will start coming after you because you do too much damage. Um, so yeah. Let's see. You've got. We can run it with the pythons. We both have pythons. Just get some weapons on it. Pulse lasers or beam lasers is what I recommend. Burst lasers will work too. And what those will do is lasers are thermal weapons. They break shields. And then you want multi cannons for uh, non proficient ship killers, are one of the easier ones, especially if you gimbal your weapons. Um, all your weapons, until you get a lot of experience in combat, you want gimbaled. Once you get the experience and you're good at targeting, then you can go with your fixed weapons, which do more damage, but you have to be accurate, is the downfall. Oh, yeah. We're already 10 minutes to 9. And here I'm saying I'm going to get some sleep tonight. Let's see here. We're in Etvis. Grade 1. I am looking, as we're going through this stuff, for the type of mission I'm talking about. But these guys seem to always have combat missions. Okay, the type of mission I'm looking for It looks like a barrel with an arrow kind of sticking out of it to the side. And what that mission is you collect the cargo from that station and you bring it to another station. The issue is, especially if you're doing a wing mission solo, is if you get blown up, that cargo you're transporting, if you had that cargo in your hold, is gone. It cannot be replaced. You cannot complete the mission. You will be fined for the amount of cargo that was in your hold at a steep rate. So that's the downfall to doing the trade missions. So we go back in here. We are going to, we're at flat miles. Nope, that's not the right one. Hickam survey. Now I know you have the cash. Are you a master with the Empire yet? This ship right now with its thrusters level maxed out level 5 and dirty drag, just full throttle is faster than a lot of ships on boost. We boost it, we're at almost 570 on speed. It is a fast, nimble, fun flying ship. I recommend everyone getting one of these just to goof off in. I do need to get the Mamba. Everyone says that's fast, but I doubt it's faster than this. Let's take a look. Next time I land, I'm going to go and pull a website up. Coriolis.io, the shipyard. There are some small flaws in that website. I think they've got most of them knocked out, but you can get some incorrect data. But generally, they're spot on. Speed. The Courier, it shows as 280 for its speed, boost of 380. The Fer de Lance is 260 to 350. Your surf with the Empire, okay. Are we? No, we're not full throttle. The Mamba is 310, 380. So yeah, the Mamba I think can be faster than the others. We're going to fully engineer the ship for speed, and let's see what we can get. You know, just for the S&Gs. We'll do it cheaply, where we don't have to spend the money in all the engineering materials to do it. So surf is one rank away. Your next rank, you can buy the Imperial Courier. It's my favorite ship to do stuff like this with. Quick flying around. If it had longer legs, i.e. long jump distances, I would use this ship for my bubble bus instead of a Diamondback Explorer when I get all my ships loading up. That Asp Explorer will stay my bubble bus for a while because I don't want to go and do all that work to the Anaconda to get that massive jump range. Okay, I am going to hold off on the um, showing the page and doing all that work. Nice, that's giving you some nice jump range. You're getting there. What rank it? What level is the engineer at for? And did you pin the blueprint? The reason you want to pin it, because then any station with a remote workshop, you can do your engineering at. You would still want to go to that engineer until you have it up to level 5. Nice. So I think on the power plant, I just didn't get it, that engineer up to level 5. I'm not 100%. But the shield generator and the power distributor, those engineers are level 5. But this pattern, they only went up to 3 on. Yep. You're getting up there. Almost 40 light year jumps. That, compared to when you started, I mean, you're jumping 4 times as far. Actually, 6 to 8 times as far as when you first started. I'm not sure if Hawks, Exegius, or any of the others have done it. Down to Earth Astronomy did a big video on which engineers you want, which patterns you want pinned from what engineers. So you could, only reason you go to an engineer is because you want to get an experimental effect on an item. I love the Asp Explorer. It's one of my favorite ships to to do exploration type stuff. I don't care for it as a fighter. Um, Definitely not as a trader or a mining ship, but as an exploration ship, it's, I think, fills the role perfectly. Basically, instead of a double arrow, instead of this arrow, it'll be like a cylinder shaped thing right here. Okay, I'm going to Manini. Alright, let's go ahead and check if any of these others have a Manini. We're going there anyways, so let's go ahead and load up on missions from Manini. I'm going to assume we're only going to be about 20%, if that, when we turn in the these missions. I'm not going to check till I've turned all the missions in. Then I'll check on where we're at. What do you need more? Data or raw materials? And now I'm missing it. I think it was every day have that vid bookmarked. Oh, for what engineers to have where? Yeah, I've got it written down on note paper. I don't have it fully locked down that way, but it's written down. The crash site. So I'm assuming you've been at Dav's Hope about when you were talking about logging out and back in. So you're probably needing raw mats if you've been at Dav's Hope. You've got a lot of manufactured already. If you go out to the system I was telling you about yesterday, I would fill up on at least 3 of those mats, level 4 mats, and then you'll be set for quite a while on raw materials. If you want to kill the time, fill up on all of them. Or several, but you'll want at least 2 full. When you go to leave there, 2 full, I believe will be able to get all the way through your leveling engineers. It'll be close, but I think you can. And once they get the pulse wave analyzer working correctly, yeah, your crash site, you're only at 40 jump, I think 4 or 5 jumps away. Or something like that. You're less than 10 jumps from the crash site, I know that. Or I should say, I'm pretty much positive. Are we going to make it in before he hits us? And the answer is, yes, we did. Sorry, bud. You missed out. So I'm going to be a Marquis. With the Empire, I'll have 1 more level to grind to be able to get my cutter. Depending on where my accounts are on the community goal, I'll probably do that tomorrow if I got a couple hours of game time. I didn't. I wasn't looking that close. That incoming message was probably us ranking up. Like I said, the Federation is. I think they're going to get there. I think they're going to finish this off. I'm hoping this one gets up to level 3. I might do some more runs on the Empire side, because that's an extra 10 million if it makes it to level 3. My problem with that is, well, yeah, I can do that. So I'll get rid of that dang type 9 and get my cutter. We're Marquis. Add a mission. I ignore those. And it's another mission. And that's another mission. So, where are we at? 28%. So, a little over an hour tomorrow. Probably about an hour and a half. And then however long it takes us to get a level up mission, we'll be able to get the cutter. So I think tomorrow might be us getting the cutter and getting it all equipped up. Concentrate doing. No, the trade missions have been progressing, so there's still people doing them. Probably not as many, but there's still people doing them. We went up almost $10 million turning in a lot of those missions as reputation. Now, um, 215 light years will get you into this area from the starter section to be able to do those missions. I'm checking right now on where what do I have this bookmarked for? Back. Oh, 5853. And I have a planet bookmarked. It's not an engineer because that's an engineer. Not antimony. I think that's it. What was I doing at that location? Okay, I gotta find out. Inara Galaxy System and Stations. HIP 5853. And that was Believ. There's a material trader, fleet carrier vendor in the system. No, that's missing services. Never mind. Why the heck would I have that bookmarked? Oh! How far are we from... That's not it. There's Sothis. I believe that might have been where I was bringing stuff out for the previous um, how far is what state is system? Cubio. No, that's too far. There's no way I was doing, and I couldn't see myself doing that for a Cubio chain. They buy that. Could it have been Slaves Technology? Nope, it's not. That's awful far away. I doubt I went all the way over. I might have. I ended up going all the way there for my courier. But I doubt it. I just don't know why that's bookmarked. Oh well, it'll stay a mystery. Um, we'll go ahead and exit that. Close that out. Close that out. Go there. Okay, so the courier set up as a racer. Okay, that takes out the frame shift drive. But these are the top speeds. Let's go ahead, and I've got a 3A on there. And it's got smaller power plant where I've got a full-size power plant. It's got the smallest possible. I can't remember how you get that enhanced thruster. Um, and then drag drives. That's how fast that ship can be with that motor. Let's go with, because I'm not sure how you get the enhanced. I think it's something to do with Felicity, or it's something else. I can't remember what. But we'll do that with dirty drives and drag drives. Um, take that off. I believe I have a 3A shield. So it's got to be some oh, um 2E 2E. There it is. It's because my utility, it's because of all this stuff. That's what brought me down. Yeah, the ship would be even faster if I took all of that out. But go max jump range. See, it doesn't really have it. Frame shift drive. Increased range. Deep charge. You're only getting up to 42 unladen. 37 as it sits. Actually, level 3. We also can put in Guardian frameshift drive booster. Okay, we have no cargo. That's why they're the same here. But once again, because of this stuff, it drops us down. But you get the idea. What we're looking at, actually, that was... I'm going to go... 3A. 3A. We're... What was it at? This thruster, 3A. Dirty 5. Drag drives. So what we're going to do is 4A. $2D. We're going to set them up just like this. They're max shields, max power plant, thrusters, frame shift drive, power distributor, with the biggest Guardian frame shift drive they've got. The Courier stops at 614. The Mamba. 6.8 power plant. 5.8 thrusters. 5 dirty drives. Drag drives. Um, 4D life support. 6A of this. 4D on this. Let's go with the 4A. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. This is going to go with a largest Guardian we can get. Boom. That's actually quicker. That Mamba's quicker than my Courier. Crate Mark II. Do the same thing. D on the life support, A on this, D on this, A all the way down. That, exit, exit, exit. Yeah. Oh wait, we didn't do the engineering. That, and drag drives. 405, 557. Almost as fast for a gunship. Stripped down. The Viper actually has the highest, and then the Mamba. So let's do a Viper with that same setup. Dirty, drags. A. I know it's... Oh my gosh. That Viper is quick. I'm going to have to get a Viper and play with it. I hadn't done that before. That looks like it would be fun. You're not going to have great shielding and stuff. You've got to use your speed to your advantage in a Viper. But my gosh, those speeds. That is obscene. And I believe yeah. They these numbers don't change. 4 pips to the engines already. They've already got it set for that. That okay, there it is. Unladen, laden, jump ranges, because we have no cargo. This is how far you can go without fuel. Having to stop for fuel. This is a military. I might like the Viper. I just might have to go and play with one of those. But that is where I'm going to call it for the night. About 30 minutes over what I should have been. Hope you all have enjoyed. And Moon, I'll catch you tomorrow. I'll throw it in Discord about what time I think I'll be here. And we can go from there. But yeah, I think I'm going to be doing the powering through the uh, missions to get the cutter. Um, and get that all going. But I think I got to do some engineering. I get some engineering mats before I can get it. So we'll see how it ends up.